Welcome back to the world of Persona 5, everybody. You're here with SMK, aka the Mushroom Rookie. We dove into a bit more plot in the last episode. We came face to face with the high school detective, Mr. Ogoro Okechi himself, our presumed rival for this remainder of the story, or as far as we can assume. But, as of what's important right now, at this very time, we have just gotten our guts level up to start, so we all know what time it is. It's time to call up a maid. Ordering a delivery service that I can call whenever I want since I'm full of staunch level guts.
Oh!
Let's do it. Thinking of calling in a maid? Well, if you use this, you won't leave proof of your call history. This is all for the good of Phantom Thieves. Right? I mean, it's another confidant to start up, so yeah, of course it is.
Hi!
This is all for our benefit. Yeah, so we can unlock more skills and whatnot. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Hi, this is Becky. Oh, wait, it's you. Oh my god, I don't have to keep up with that. I did not want to have to pull out that voice for the remainder of this breakdown. Anyways, well, it'll be 5,000 yen with a request fee included, you know. Is that okay with you? I do have 25k, so I could burn a little bit of it.
I see.
Very well. I'll head over right away then. Alright, here we go, ladies and chaps.
So, this is your room, huh? How do I put this?
Not too shabby, huh? Kinda cozy? I keep the cobwebs around. Just, you know, kinda give up that attic feel. I mean, we're still like a few months away from Halloween, but who cares?
Never mind. So, what kind of kid are you? The way you opposed Mr. Kamoshida, I'd say that you're earnest and have a strong sense of justice. That being said, you called a maid service and requested me?
Well, you did give me a number so I could call you, and I do have questions. This is merely out of curiosity rather than anything else, if I'm being completely honest with you, Teach. Because you and me in this position just raises quite a few questions. Well, that's kind of a lie. I could say I am kind of lonely most nights.
I see. Oh, that's right. You have a criminal record.
Yeah, life kind of downhill for me right now. It kind of sucks.
Okay, then how about this? I'll let you skip class a few times.
Woohoo!
It's tough not having any place where you belong, isn't it? However, I reserve the right to change my mind if your grades drop.
Fair deal.
In an exchange, you won't tell anyone that I'm moonlighting as a maid. Sound good?
Alright, well, we were planning on doing that to begin with. I'm fairly certain you have your own reasons for this. So this comes out as a win-win situation for us. I promise.
Then it's a deal.
Sweet. We could skip class. We made a deal with our homeroom teacher in a maid outfit. Hell yeah.
To think you pulled off so many crimes while attending school.
Yeah, I know. I'm quite the dedicated mastermind, aren't I?
I can't believe you managed that by yourself. There had to be someone at the school helping you. What do you have to say to that?
I'd have to say you're kind of barking up multiple trees if that's your accusation.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Temperance persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
New Arcana unlocked. Sweet. Yeah, cause, joking aside, there's a lot, like, school kids can get done in between and after school, so, good luck trying to pin it all on one person. Anyways, new ability, Slack Off, allows us to perform various activities while we are in her class.
Alright.
Sweet. It's not exactly we get to ditch her class entirely, but we still get to do all the extra stuff on the side. Funny enough, I never needed to unlock a new...
What am I doing here with one of my students?
I mean, granted, I never really needed any special ability to slack off, you know, after having dealt with my stuff in class. But anyways, that's a good question.
Well, I guess I should get going.
You barely did anything. What am I paying you for?
Oh, please request me if you need any help with your housework, okay?
What about right now? I mean, do you have another shift after this? Or another gig? Like, I called you here while you're still on the clock, so... Like, what's the deal, Teach? Well, it's not like I really need that much help, you know, as far as housework goes. I just ask... But why?
Well, I mean, we know each other's secret, and it would really put my mind at ease. Besides, I'm considered over the hill for this type of job, so I don't get requested that often.
What? Okay, seriously though, golf comments like, what, mid-20s? I don't think mid-20s would be considered over the hill for housekeeping of all things. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on no matter who your clientele is, I don't think mid-20s is really typically over the hill. Is she mid-20s? Is she like early 30s? Like, I'm saying mid-20s to early 30s. She doesn't look that overaged.
I'll show my appreciation by making it easy for you to ditch class.
Then again, it might have something to do with social roles in Japan or whatever.
Just think about it, okay?
But anyway, she gave us an invitation to,
Master!
you know, keep calling her, so that'll be it for today. Oh god, you have no idea how exhausting this job is. I could barely get over how freaking embarrassing it must be to have to pull up that voice and accent each and every time you talk to someone. Then again, you must be pretty good at it. Listen, promise me you won't tell the school about this, okay? For both our sakes. Again, I literally have no contribution to telling. Or any reason to tell, so whatever. Absolutely no talking about maid stuff to anyone. That'll be our little secret. Just for Becky and Master, okay? Can you keep a secret? I will if you will, but... Yeah, I have to be honest, I have to be straightforward. This is partially me talking through this. Please stop talking like that. What? You're not even gonna play along? You're killing me here. Well, I'm gonna head home. Oh, and don't forget to study for your exams, okay? If you waste all your time playing around, your grades will suffer.
Bye!
See you later. See ya. Alright. We now proceed to the following day. After a lot of shenanigans went down. And yet another day of me questioning why the freaking online network is even a thing. Did you catch any of that student detective on television yesterday?
The Phantom Thieves are super
On that talk show? It was simply dreadful. How can anyone seriously suggest supernatural beings are stealing people's hearts? That child is a phony. There's simply no way the Phantom Thieves exist. Fortunately, my precious children all think they're real. And worse, that this detective is amazing. Children are far too impressionable to see such vulgar content on TV. Sounds like people don't think we're real. Not yet anyways, but baby steps, we'll eventually get there.
I'm so pumped.
I can't believe we were on TV yesterday with the Kitchen-kun. It was like a dream come true. I can't believe a high schooler moonlights as a detective. He's just like the detective friend. He's smart and handsome. He's almost too perfect.
Too cool.
We had front row seats. I could practically reach out and touch him. I was so nervous. He was really working that uniform, and without seeming like a snob. He's a natural at public speaking. I hear he's an orphan who grew up poor. It's part of what makes him so amazing. He wants his last high school memory to be capturing the Phantom Thieves. This isn't a game to him.
Says who?
See, I heard his dad's the head of some big financial conglomerate. I will say I love that he hates the media. Makes me believe that he doesn't do this for the fame. People say he's so good that he's made enemies in the police force. Oh yeah, apparently yesterday's interview was so popular they're going to air it again tonight.
Man, that detective from yesterday really pissed me off. Was some kind of threat?
I mean, not that I really blame him. Can I?
Let's see him do it then! If someone else could help him, we wouldn't be doing stuff as the Phantom Thieves to start with.
Yuji, I understand you are extremely upset about this, but just calm the frick down. Alright? This isn't exactly the kind of... It's not exactly the appropriate place to blow up, alright?
Ow!
You're being way too loud.
Seriously, we're still in this freaking corner where there could be multiple people walking around. This is almost as terrible as our idea to make our hideout the freaking access way.
Who cares? Everybody's talking about this stuff anyways.
Yeah, but they're not talking about it from, the perspective that we're the freaking thieves, so yeah, maybe quiet it down a little bit.
It'd just be more suspicious if we were whispering. Hey, you really just gonna keep eating and eating and eating those things all by yourself?
It's one... It looks like a bowl of chips or ramen or what is it? Either way, it's one package, dude.
Give me some!
What the frick?
Sorry, just ate the last one.
Wow.
You guys are too laid back. The police are getting involved now, you know.
So you think it's true? We'll be okay if we keep doing this, right?
Oh, we'd have to be more discreet about our actions, but I think we'll be fine for now. We just have to keep on our toes.
We can't let the cops scare us out of being Phantom Thieves.
But what about that weird guy from Madarame's palace? Isn't there a lot we don't know?
We just have to keep learning as we go. What the frick? Oh,
The hell?
oh, shit.
You three seem to be having so much fun. I'm a little jealous.
Really? Ignoring the fact that she might have caught us in the act. Let's just keep this rolling.
Are you snooping on us again?
Of course she is. It's incredibly easy to tell she sucks at it.
We said before, we don't know nothing.
Why do you think I'm here to question you?
Because you're always snooping around us. If you got something to say, might as well spit it out.
Could it be that you're hiding something?
Could it be that you suspect us of something?
My ears are always open to the troubles of my peers, you know.
You're really that hungry for a good letter of recommendation? Of course you are. Nobody would take on your annoying job if they weren't.
What's that supposed to mean?
Here we go. Ryuji, Ryuji, my good buddy, I'd advise we take a few steps back. I could walk over to that machine, grab us a few bags of chips, and we just sit back and enjoy the show. What do you say?
You're student council president, right? Wouldn't you have known about Kamoshida?
Of course not. He honestly was a good teacher and...
Yeah, there's no way you believe that bullshit.
Oh, but you always take the teacher's side. That's what a good council president does, right?
Then how about you? What did you do for your friend? You were much closer to her than I was. So how did you help?
Then again, An was also victimized by Kamoshida. She also kind of did it for Shio's sake, and oh, man.
There wasn't any way to help. By myself, I couldn't do anything for her.
There's no need to shout.
If those phantom thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked. They've got to be more dependable than some people I know.
Ooh, that's a blow to the gut.
Just make sure you show up to your classes, all right?
Ooh, down for the count. Like, I feel the smallest bit sorry for her, you know? Like, she's trying to do the right thing. She's just being pressured by, you know, those of a higher authority who doesn't, you know, want to pull in any of the work. Again, Principal Eggpin comes to mind, and we all hate him.
You know what I asked earlier? About whether we'll be okay if we keep this up? I take it back. I'd be ashamed to let it end now.
There's that stern resolution. Let's keep at it, gang.
Hell yeah. It's about time we find our next target, too.
Only I could.
Comments are coming in at an alarming rate. However, negative ones seem to be more prominent.
This is coming fresh off of the TV interview from the other day, so it doesn't surprise me that a lot of the bandwagoners are taking hold of the comments.
A criminal group with unknown goals that does whatever it wants in the name of justice. Huh.
Yep, that's about the negative press I can expect.
It's probably because of Akechi. TV's got some crazy sway.
It won't last for very long, if I'm being perfectly honest, as long as we keep doing what we're doing.
He's free to deny our actions, but being cursed by his influence is another thing entirely.
That's the thing I would say, like, this doesn't really change things all that much, does it? I mean, whether people believe in us or our actions or not, we're gonna keep pursuing bad people. Doesn't really change our trajectory all that much.
Just when we were starting to get people to believe in us, too.
All we gotta do is take down another hotshot, yeah?
Well, do you have any ideas who this next hot shot could be?
I ain't got a thing yet. Damn it, this is really irritating.
Well, we might just have to wait a little bit longer for something to come in. I mean, figuring out Madarame was one of the people we had to target next was a little bit more elusive than Kamoshida, and that took a while and a little bit of doubt, so can't just expect the next suspect to show up out of the blue like that. Even if the fans said it's only like small targets, much smaller targets that are just causing problems for people.
By the way, what's up with that luggage?
Oh, I decided to leave the school dorms.
Turned out to be a little much for you, huh?
were not only filthy, but too noisy as well. No true art could come from such a place.
Yeah. Honestly, if it were me, I'd kind of need my own space. If I ever decide to move into, my college dorms, I could already imagine it'd be it'd be kind of noisy as all hell, and I'd hardly get any work done, so. Yeah, I kind of get that sentiment, Yusuke.
What are you gonna do then? You can't go back to that shack, right?
I don't think he can. Owning such a large home like that, he'd have to pull in some money for rent or bills and whatnot, and I don't think he can handle it.
I was planning on staying at Takamaki-san's, Ann's house. I've even prepared a thank you gift. I hope it's to your parents' liking.
Dude, you are shooting way too far for that.
What? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Because that was the typical response.
Impossible.
You honestly should have seen this coming yourself, my dude.
You're the impossible one.
But I spent everything I had on these delectable Japanese sweets.
Everything you had? How much did you have?
That's not the issue here. Seriously, though, what are we gonna do about him?
Well, I can't just have him sleeping and eating on the streets like a hobo. That'd be no good. Manga cafe, still, he'll need a place to properly eat, sleep, and, shower. I imagine, I don't know, like, if you do decide to sleep in a manga cafe, do you still have to pay, like, a small fee? Just to make it acceptable, or well, I mean, what about Ryuji's place?
It's way too small. Plus, my mom would never agree to it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, seeing as Yusuke is an important member of our team, I'll lend a hand. Come stay at our place.
What?
It's dirty, but at least you'll have somewhere to sleep.
Morgana, in case you forgot, you don't even pay rent. It's my place to live, so who are you to make these decisions for me?
Why are you the one calling the shots?
Seriously, why the heck am I letting this cat rule over my life?
Don't you two live in a cafe? I've been wondering about that for a while. Yonken's not too far, is it?
No, but...
Nope. And the cafe's only a minute walk from the station.
I'd at least like to get my own 2 cents in before giving permission for somebody to sleep in my room.
How about we go there now?
Guys?
We can have a party to celebrate Madarame's change of heart.
Oh, good idea. We can make it a welcome party for Yusuke, too.
I mean, I'm not against the idea of having a party, I suppose. Be nice to have friends over, but guys!
All right, it's decided.
Can I talk, please? Can I get a say in, please? Guys!
Sorry to cause you trouble.
Oh.
By the way, I prefer sleeping on a futon.
Of course you do. Damn it!
It'll be up to you to convince the chief.
God, this is all your fault! Stupid cat.
What a nice smell.
This place looks so outdated. I can't say I hate it, though.
People refer to that as retro.
Okay, real talk though, I would absolutely adore, I would love to find a place like this, just to go on, after work or after school, just to, hang out, enjoy the atmosphere, grab a small bite, maybe have a conversation with friends, just take a load off after a long day. I would really like to find a cafe like this to, just wind down at.
Who are they?
Just some high school friends who I invited to have a small party.
Hello.
A girl, too?
Are you proud to be dead?
This guy has really helped us a lot lately.
I bet you're the ones doing all the helping.
Hey, that's not entirely false.
No, really, he's been great.
Huh. Sit down. This rent will be on the house.
Yes, free drinks.
You're helping, though.
Oh, damn it. No free drinks for me.
Wow, it's delicious.
Indeed. There's great depth to its acidity.
Yeah, Yusuke would be a sort of connoisseur for things like coffee. I'm pretty sure it'll be that much easier to convince him to stay a little, convince Ojo to let him stay for a little while, if it all goes well.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I think I've seen Leblanc mentioned in a magazine before.
That was a long time ago.
For real? Oh, give me a taste.
Yo, Ryuji.
Ah!
I mean, I get she might be your childhood friend, but dude.
Ah! It's so bitter. This has got to be cruel and unusual punishment.
People like their coffee in different ways. I personally kind of enjoy it. Like, you have to add a little bit of cream and a few packets of sweetener in it first, but I mean, that's the only way I can enjoy my coffee. I'm not a bitter person.
I didn't drink coffee when I was a kid either.
Yeah, me neither. Not really much of a coffee drinker when I was younger. Definitely younger than Ryuji's age, but I've grown to like it a little bit more here and there.
These are your friends, yeah? Go on and take them up to your room. No need to stay down here.
Ooh, I want to see.
It's only an attic.
It was an attic, yeah. I kind of, cleaned the place up a little bit. It's kind of spiffy now.
Oh, man. That bitter taste just won't leave my mouth.
Thank you very much for the drink.
Up these stairs. Oh, and thanks for the soda.
So you're,
On to Kamaki.
Anchan, huh? That's a nice name.
What are you playing at, old man?
You got a boyfriend?
He's checking her out for some reason. What are you playing at, old man? Are you checking her out for me? Or, please don't say for you,
Nope, never have either.
because that'd be weird.
Hey, you gotta get up here. This place is freaking insane.
Go on.
Oh, right. Thank you for the coffee. Sheesh, they had to leave the Mona bag down here.
See what I mean? Anna's the only person who actually gives Morgana the time of
Sweet
day.
girl.
The only person who actually gives Mona attention. Kinda get why, he's so fixated on her. Because she's the only one who cares. Well, I mean, aside from me.
What do you think of this room? I don't know where to begin.
It seems quite ordinary to me.
Okay, so looking back at the scene, I think what Ryuji's most amazed at is how, a clean, ordinary room like this came out of a second floor attic. Like, I guess in his eyes, this would be pretty impressive. Like, everything's clean, everything's, all spiffied up. It just seems like an ordinary room, and this has been transformed out of an attic from a coffee shop, so I guess that's kind of impressive.
For real?
Oh,
See? Ain't this crazy?
it's cleaner than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's one thing to notice about this room. It's especially clean for, a room on an attic, which would be one of the main features to, point at.
What?
Mainly because I haven't had the time of day to decorate it or whatnot. But, anyways.
Well, sit wherever you'd like.
Morgana, didn't we just have this whole discussion about you deciding that this is my room? Alright, I will tell people where to sit. This is not your home.
We're all over
Technically,
the
it is.
news. Even those who previously believed in us have been influenced by the comments made on TV.
Sheeple.
This is all that effing Akechi's fault!
I mean, he's a self-proclaimed famous high school detective, so I suppose he had some influence.
Keep it down. We don't want anyone hearing us.
At this rate, we're just going to worry everyone instead of give them courage.
We need to find a way to make our rightfulness known to society. It's time we think about our next move. You were planning on discussing that today, right?
Yes. First, we need to search for a candidate.
It's not like we're just gonna stumble upon some important target, though.
We were lucky the first 2 times.
You guys don't know anyone, do you?
I don't.
Me neither.
What do you think, leader?
Well, as I mentioned before, the fan site helps us find smaller fries. You know, smaller targets, which basically was influenced by the general public's cognition. They only cause a small nuisance to people. I can't just say we'll sleep on it like, you know, something might change the next day. Can't just end the conversation there. Has anybody seen anything on the news lately?
Well, there probably are a lot of famous targets on TV.
However, the suspects on the news are already being pursued by the police. Even if we make them confess their crimes, the police will take the credit. That won't do.
You're right about that. Akechi himself admitted he's working along the police, so it'll only garner him more credit and attention. Certainly don't want that right now.
Damn it. Never gonna prove Akechi wrong at this rate.
What the?
Yusuke, buddy, you doing okay?
Sorry. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
Since yesterday. And you spent the last of your money on a box of sweet stuff, sweet treats, to presumably hand off as a gift. Meaning did you have breakfast at all? You practically starved yourself off for impossible thing? Like, I know that's not the point, but like, dude, what are your priorities?
And you spent all your money on that box of sweets?
Dude, how much did you have?
Seriously, dude, what are your money priorities right now?
Anyway, we'll just have to sit tight until we can find another target. So... how about that welcome party?
Someone's excited.
Well, a shift in mood might help us, give our minds a little bit of breathing space to think on this more, so, yeah.
I think I found something! Isn't that a portable stove? Can't we make hot pot on it?
That sounds great. I've heard that eating hot pot together brings people closer.
Ooh, you know what? I actually had my very first hot pot experience a few weeks back. For my birthday, we went to this hot pot place. Oh my god, dude. I had a hot pot with a tomato soup base. It was so incredibly good. I would love to do hot pot again sometime. Love it.
Anything with meat's fine by me.
Hell yeah, Ryuji, let's get some, whatever, anything's good. Meat
I
soup.
only ask that we finish it off with porridge. Extra parsley, of course.
And there goes Yusuke, focusing on aesthetic.
So, what do you say?
Well, if we're going along with aesthetic, we'll finish it with udon. Of course.
What?
What, my ass? You don't have any cash. Come on, let's go buy ingredients.
Well, I'll need ginkgo nuts, wonton wrappers, and...
We'll take care of the shopping. Could you borrow a pot from downstairs while we're out?
Can do.
We can split the cost later.
Looks like this welcome party is going to turn out quite lively.
Yeah, I mean, despite you rashly inviting people into my room, I suppose we wouldn't, like, this is a pretty nice change in pace, so I guess everything worked out after all, so you get a pass, Morgana, you get a pass.
We should go grab that pot and set up the portable stove, too.
Alright, let's go get that stove. Or let's get that pot.
I heard
Oh,
you're
hot
all
pot.
having hot pot for dinner.
Heck yeah. Wanna join us?
Don't you know how busy I am? You guys go have fun.
I thought this place would have been closed by now.
Her name was An, right? She's a nice girl.
Honestly, she is.
said your friend doesn't have anywhere to go. Asked if I could take him in for a bit. I guess she thought it'd be too pitiful for you to ask, since you're already freeloading.
Well, at least he kind of already gets the gist of it. It would have been incredibly awkward if I had to ask.
Where did I put that pot? Yeah, try looking around.
Alright. Oh, check the fridge. Curry pot. Here we are. It's a cabinet for kitchen supplies. I wonder if there's a suitable pot in here. Somewhere. Found an old earthenware vessel. It should be big enough.
Ah, you found it.
Ooh, that's a wide boy.
It's almost time for the others to get back from their shopping trip. So I'll leave you be.
That's a wide green one. It should work perfectly.
I'll be down here for a while, though. Just be careful with the fire, okay?
Yeah, I'll be careful. I mean, I kind of have nowhere else to go, so it wouldn't do me any favors to recklessly burn down the place, so I'll watch the flames.
And now, on to the hottest meet and greet segment of our show.
Oh, alright. First time in this game we're seeing this place. You can definitely tell looking around, this is... like, Sister's mainly the breadwinner here, right? I say she's, they're doing pretty well for themselves in a place like this. Oh, and that food looks good though. I think that's a large slab of meat with, it's got sauce. And then we have a side salad. We have miso soup and a bowl of rice as the 2 side dishes. And that sounds pretty good to me.
After his last appearance was so well received, we decided to bring back this fine gentleman today. It's the high school detective, Goro Akechi.
Oh yeah, they said they were gonna run this back tonight.
This tastes a bit bland. But I'm relieved. A lot's happened, but it seems your grades haven't dropped.
School's been going fine. I'm more worried about you, sis. Are you tired? You're probably lacking sodium.
Yeah, maybe add a pinch of salt to that rice you're eating. You just said it was a bit bland, so
Do I seem so?
depends on how hard you're working, I suppose.
But hypothetically speaking, if these phantom thieves are real, I believe they should be tried in a court of law.
That's quite the statement. Are they committing crimes? Some people even say that the thieves are actually helping their victims abandon their evil ways.
What the artist Madarame did truly was an unforgivable crime. However, they're taking the law into their own hands by judging him. It is far from justice.
Yeah, I wonder what their... Let's see what their take on this whole situation is. Because again, it's kind of a whole grayscale thing.
More importantly, you should never forcefully change a person's heart.
Is it a crime to manipulate someone's heart?
Depending on the means, yes. He's absolutely right.
I mean, yeah, but would you really have known that these people were doing heinous, awful things if no one was there to interfere? I'm just saying, like, outside the stretches of the law, what could you have done to help bring light to the tragedies that they're causing, you know? I mean, again, it's just a whole gray area thing. We'll just see what happens.
Even if it makes someone admit their evil deeds and helps make them pay for their crimes?
Why the sudden interest?
Why are you suddenly getting hostile?
It's nothing.
I don't know if that was directly the tone she was taking, but her portrait kind of seems like, you know, she took that as a hostile offense or something like that.
Do you believe that these allies of justice exist?
Oh, of course not.
You don't need to think about such unnecessary things. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Study hard and go to a prestigious college.
Moving up in the world is difficult as a woman. Yet you can't do much if you don't have the authority. I'll use every method necessary to make it happen. All you need to do is remain focused on what must be done now for your future's sake.
Sorry.
Man, Saya's really taking this parental image, this parental side.
Now,
parental perspective. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with that word. She's definitely taking a parental role in all this. Maybe a strict one at that.
yes? It's fine. Oh, that case.
What must be done? Justice.
If those phantom thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked.
What do I want to do?
Oh, I can't eat another bite.
That was delicious, Lady Ann. I'm sure you'll make a wonderful bride
Sorry. I'm gonna have to borrow the sofa.
Mona got ignored. I don't know why I was like, what are you guys? Oh, come
What's wrong,
on.
Yusuke?
Seriously? You guys have zero tact.
We haven't finished our meal. What about the porridge? Or even udon?
Save those for... I don't know. Save them for the next time you want to eat something, dude. Like, weren't you going off saying like you didn't eat anything since yesterday and you didn't even have breakfast? Or at least that's what I assume. Maybe like think smarter about, you know, your food choices, you know? Just save them for next time.
Just leave it for next time, man.
See what he said.
She's asleep already?
Well, we did just finish off a giant pot of, you know, hot pot, so...
It'd be weird if she wasn't tired. We should let her sleep.
By the way, Ryuji, how do you know An?
Huh? Oh, we went to middle school together.
I think you said so as much in a previous episode.
What was Lady Ann like back then?
Not so different from now. Once we got to high school, we ended up in different classes and stopped talking. I don't think she had many friends. I mean, she grew up overseas. Plus, there's her looks. The popular kids hate her, the quiet ones stay away.
That doesn't really surprise me all that much, knowing on. I'd imagine she didn't have that many people who didn't envy her for her looks or her personality all that much. Especially with all the negative rumors she was getting about Kamoshida. Yeah. It might have also impacted her in ways. You know, always suspecting people, kind of having to look out for herself and the one person who would stick up for her.
I see.
Kind of leaves you in an isolating situation, doesn't it?
So, what about you two?
Us?
This is a great opportunity to get to know each other better. You know every detail of my past at this point. It's only fair you tell me every detail of yours.
Oh yeah, he's got a point. He kind of did just... Like, the plot did just kind of lay out his tragic backstory for us all the way up and from its beginning to its ending, so... I suppose he has nothing to lose from hearing our tragic backstories.
So you got nothing to lose, huh? Alright, I'll tell ya. It's just a normal story about a rotten kid, though.
Don't we all have stories like that, though?
My dad left when I was young. Ever since then, it's just been me and my mom. I was actually trying to get a track scholarship so I can make things easier for her.
So Ryuji was actually just trying to be a good kid because he kind of saw how much his mom was struggling as a single parent. And it couldn't have been that easy, raising a rowdy kid like Ryuji. So, actually trying to do something nice for the person who's... No matter what anyone else says, Ryuji is genuinely a good person.
In the end, I just screwed it all up. Turns out I'm a pretty bad son, huh?
Well, you can't really lay all the blame out for yourself. I mean, we kind of learned that a large, if not 75 to 85% of it was Kamoshida's fault to begin with, so...
Back when I was a first year, my mom got called out to school for me raising my hand at Kamoshida.
Yeah, because Kamoshida was a dictator to his team. It would only make sense if not you, who had the most passion about his beliefs and whatnot. You were extremely passionate, so if not you, someone else would have, probably would have done the same thing if, they weren't scared of him.
All the teachers kept hounding her for what I did, but she just stayed quiet through it all. I'll never forget the look she had on her face, though.
Sounds like it was a traumatic experience for the both of you then. You happened to see her go through all that, and for her just bearing it all.
On the way home, she apologized to me for being a single mom and all.
So that's what happened. They say at school that everyone is equal, but in reality that's a gross oversimplification.
I mean, at a place like Shujin, can you honestly believe that to be the truth?
I understand how you feel.
Well, when it comes to getting labeled, nobody's got it worse than this guy.
Is this about his past?
Now that I think about it, we never have heard the details.
Yeah. I guess that's true. We haven't really, especially us as the player, at this point in the story, we didn't really learn too much about his tragic story on how he was wrong, like, from the start was wronged by society, so...
Damn brat! I'll sue!
And this balded asshole.
If you keep this up, then I'll report about the money. Is that fine with you?
All I have to say is that you did it on your own, and it's over.
But I just did as I was told.
And I imagine he doesn't care.
Who do you think I am?
You're nothing special, buddy, if I don't know who you are.
No!
Hey, make this statement to the cops. This kid suddenly attacked me. Got it? If you even try to say anything else, you know what'll happen to you, right?
So, yeah, that's how this whole thing just kind of plays out. At this point, the question comes into mind how much of a grip he truly has on this woman. If she's actually, you know, in a relationship with him, or any sort of relationship with him, or, you know, what they're going through. Still, just a gross example of how abuse of power, what abuse to power looks like.
Huh? But...
Yeah, he clearly... I think going back on it, we did kind of rush in to save the woman. He stumbled back because of our collision, and he did fall on his own. But either way, dude, this is complete bullshit.
Shut up. You're done for. You're gonna learn what happens when you cross me.
We didn't even do anything to you, to be completely honest.
Excuse me, folks. We received a complaint about an argument here. Is something the matter?
Oh, and of course the police are not gonna stick up for the lonely high school kid. No. That's not how the society works at all.
Oh, it's you, sir.
And that pretty much seals it right there on how the situation plays out. Just completely abuse the power you have in your hands to make all your problems disappear, right?
So what happened? Explain it to the good officer.
That young man suddenly attacked him. He shoved this gentleman to the ground.
That being said, like, again, it's probably because of that guy's influence over her that she probably didn't feel like she had much of a choice in the matter, but at the same time, you cannot stand up for the one person who is trying to reach out their hand to you or trying to help you and not even give it a second thought. Like, that's completely and utterly spineless. To not even try to help.
Got injured.
Pathetic. Well, not to say that the woman herself is, you know, pathetic, but as I said, like, she probably at the time didn't even consider what would happen to the kid. You know, the one person who wanted to help out. Whatever.
It's as she says.
See, I would be enraged too. I try to help you, and yet you turn your back and do this to me?
Also, make sure you deal with this so my name isn't mentioned at all. You understand what that means, correct?
Oh, but of course you would. You see what happens when you have ultimate authority over people? It just makes you do things like this.
Yes, sir.
Of course they're just gonna fall in line.
Hey, cuff him. Understood.
At this point, before they even said anything to the cops, I would just freaking skedaddle out of there.
Just listening to it pisses me off.
Doesn't get any better listening to it each and every time either. I feel like sentiment's neutral there, Ryuji. Just makes me so freaking mad.
God damn it! You got an assault on your record just for that.
It's how this world freaking works. You try to help someone, you try to be a good person, but it doesn't freaking matter as long as the other person has triumphant power over everything.
The woman sounds quite horrible as well. She stayed quiet this whole time.
That man is just the kind of person whose heart we should steal. Who is he? And where can we find him?
I don't know. It was pretty dark. I don't remember. Considering it did happen very late at night, so it could have been too dark to fully recognize his face. We didn't even get his name on that matter. It was a pretty... like, the traumatic whiplash of suddenly getting arrested just, you know, by being a good Samaritan. Like, I imagine that traumatic experience kind of wiped him off the details of the memory from, you know... All we really know about him is that he's bald, so honestly can't say I remember.
You can't remember, huh? Well, it was at night, and I'm sure you were in shock after getting arrested. I understand all too well the pain of not being able to remember important details of your life.
The victim's personal information is always kept secret. Identifying that man will prove difficult. Besides, the courts already made their ruling, didn't they?
Yeah, Japan's ruling court system is about a 99.8 conviction rate, so it doesn't matter how you try to move the narrative, the ending always comes out the same.
Even if we manage to get revenge, his past record won't go away.
I can't stand it. This world is so messed up. The weak are left to fight for themselves while rotten adults get away with whatever they want.
And those in power don't do anything to help the situation.
They're only out to preserve their own power and authority. In this world, their only option is to look out for themselves, whereas, as far as they're looking at it.
Can't we fix this, though? Nobody would even know. We just need to show the world what true justice is. We'll make them come to their senses.
You're right, Yusuke. That's gotta be what our powers are for.
Creative vigilante, huh? Well, just as Oliver Queen once said, if it ain't gonna be the courts, if it ain't gonna be the cops, it's all the way gotta come down to us.
Sounds good to me. The flashier our missions are, the cooler we end up looking.
You've all taught me so much.
What are you guys getting all excited about?
Oh, sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nah, not really. I've been up for a while now. Still, this weird feeling came over me while I was listening to you guys. It almost feels like I've known you all forever. Do you think it's because our backgrounds are so similar?
Might be. Could very possibly be.
Well, it sure ain't because of anything good.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. We're all just kind of, you know, outcasts standing here together. So I guess that sort of sense of familiarity would kind of spread.
Similar, huh? I'm the only one who doesn't fit in. I don't have any past to look back on. No memories.
What do you mean? We could search the whole world and we wouldn't find a bigger misfit than you.
Yeah, I mean, trying to find a bigger outcast than a magical talking cat who knows how to, you know, summon his own inner demons to fight in an imaginary world. Who can also turn into a van for whatever reason.
And the reason we're going to Mementos is to get your memories back, right?
I'm sure your past will be just as troubled as ours.
Not that it has to be any sort of competition, but... well, you're here for a reason, Mona. Never forget that.
No doubt.
We'll see about that.
I actually feel like I've known Morgana for a really long time, too.
Of course, me being who I am would instantly make the theory that this could be the original Persona 5 and the Royal Persona 5, their timelines, you know, intersecting with one another. But it's just a theory.
It's so strange. I can't really put it into words.
Look, I'm helping you guys out for my own sake. Don't get me wrong. If you don't get stronger, investigating mementos won't be anything but a pipe dream.
That sure was a quick turnaround. 1 second you're depressed, the next you're acting all tough.
Of course, if this was New Game Plus, that statement would have made all the more sense.
All joking aside, let's take this seriously. We should go as far with it as we can. I want to punish those corrupt adults and give courage to people in trouble. Only we can do that.
Ha! You can say that again.
Being a member of the Phantom Thieves will surely help me grow, both as an artist and as a person.
And that's a good outlook to have. Like, we keep going along with this, we might learn more about ourselves and each other as, you know, we help more people, so that's a good motivation to have.
Of course. You're under my tutelage after all. There's nothing we can't accomplish.
Well, I hope we can keep this up. We should be all right with you as our leader.
Alright then, leave it to me. I'll be sure to carry our team to victory.
Whoa, it's this late?
I guess now's a good time to call it for the night.
Oh, that reminds me. The owner said you're free to crash here, Yusuke.
That's very kind of him.
Hey, Yusuke's no longer has to consider being a hobo. Or a... I forgot the word, like, a traveler. A... vanguard. I think that's what it is. Yeah. He has a place to stay and eat for a little while.
You convinced him, didn't you? You go, Miss Older Dude Charmer.
Ryuji, I'm not sure that's the name you want to give her.
What kind of nickname is that?
A terrible one.
I won't be able to sleep unless I take a bath.
There's a bathhouse nearby, so you can go there. I won't be able to join you, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're a cat with, you know, fur that probably carries a bunch of... you know what? I'm gonna stop it right there. I would certainly hope that, you know, you don't join us, because, you know, you're a cat.
Oh, that sounds great. I want to come too. How about you, Juan?
You guys go on ahead. I should get going.
Yeah, asking a girl to join us in a bath is... that's not the correct suggestion you should make. Unless, you know, she insists on going in the bath after us. But you would have to wait a little while for that, but yeah, no.
Well, good night, Morgana.
See, there it is again. She's the only one who pays... well, not the only one, but she pays attention to Mona.
Damn it. I need to turn back into a human soon. I can't let her get taken by someone else.
Oh boy. Anyways.
Huge bathtubs really are the best. Han's missing out.
Not like she would want to join us in here anyways, as I said.
It's a bit hot, though.
Old guys like it hot for some reason. I'm sure he'll stop eventually.
Eventually. He has to. Otherwise, I'm hopping out.
You know, I've been wondering for a while now. But what do you think about Ann? As a girl, I mean.
Not really sure. She's a great teammate. Breathtaking. Well, I would say she's a great friend, but not a... I would say she's a great friend, a great person. She's a caring person. You know, I'm not gonna go too far into this. She's a great teammate. That's all I'll say.
No, that's not what I meant.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a nice, caring person. Her looks definitely, like, carry her to some extent. Like, she is a kind person.
Come on, can't you act a little more like a guy our age? Doesn't she at least look better than a celebrity?
Hey, your opinion, not mine. Not necessarily mine.
I'll be sure to share what you've said with An.
Oh, please don't. Seriously?
Ooh, scared of getting found out?
That aside,
Do you
we need to
like
hurry
her?
and find our next target.
And the love triangle between Ryuji and Morgana is gonna be wild.
About that, though, is targeting famous people enough? Seeing people's reactions these days has been making me think twice about what we do.
We're discussing this while the old man is still... I'm sure he's barely paying attention to even how much hot water he's adding.
True. Pursuing only what's best in the short term may end up becoming fruitless for us.
That's a good point. We gotta change up our tactics a little bit. We went after Kamoshida Madarame, who did awful things in the background, but if we went up against someone a bit more seriously, or someone who's, you know, different, it might change things.
We need a strategy to appeal to the public.
Oh? What do you got in mind?
Do I look like someone who could come up with such a thing?
I was an idiot for asking. But I'm on offense duty, you know? And Morgana specializes in stuff about that world, so... Still... It's freaking hot!
Yeah, there it is. I figured with how many times he's cranking that knob, somebody would have noticed.
How much do you have to add until you're satisfied, Gramps?
He doesn't even know.
I can't stand it anymore! Anyways, let's meet up again early next week. I'll contact everyone.
Alright. And so the day is ended. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. And I've already made previous saves in this area, so... There we go. Check out the pictures I took today. That's kind of cool. Honestly, from that perspective, all of us enjoying some hot pot together, and that is pretty accurate. Like the steam, like the vapor and steam would kind of mess up the glasses a little bit. Not bad, right? Ooh, that hot pot looks really good too. I see some greens, some meats, some mushrooms. Not too mad. Steam fogged up his glasses. Another of the many charms of eating hot pot, I suppose. Yeah, that you can barely see what's in there because it kind of makes it give off this, you know, steaming, glimmery sort of look. But yeah, it's not too bad. Oh man, I keep looking back at this picture, and Ren's face is still hilarious. Yeah, he's still kind of like, he's giving off that stoic look, but those glasses just makes him look even more... that's funny. Oh yeah, Yusuke is still at Ren's place, right? Don't go making any trouble for him, okay? Of course. I'd like to think I'm not that socially graceless. All I ask is a warm futon and a traditional Japanese breakfast. Dude, where do you think we are? There's no way we're pulling all that out. That's asking a lot, seriously. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure we can't really do anything else until the next day, so we're just gonna go ahead, jump into bed, I suppose.
Well...
Because I already know that the game demands for it. You didn't worry about breakfast for me tomorrow. I'll be fine with some grilled fish and miso soup. Alright, good night, Yusuke. Hopefully you get fed tomorrow. Alright, it is story progress report time in the Velvet Room. Hey, gals.
The prisoner has returned.
Igor, buddy, what's up? Haven't seen you for at least an hour or so.
You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight.
The bonds that you have reeled in are quite intriguing. In other words, they all have been unfairly labeled by society and are standing up against such fates.
I guess that is kind of the running theme of this episode, isn't it?
Have you noticed? They seem to have influenced you. These picaresque dissidents of society, deepen your bonds with them. Those will become the strength behind your rehabilitation. I look forward to it.
Yes, as am I, to see how this story progresses, and I'm sure everybody else.
I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Alright. I feel like my bond with Igor is growing deeper as we have unlocked a new power ability. It's trying to make it sound cooler. Anyways, Arcana, Fool, rank 5. We have now unlocked this super stock. Increases your persona stock to 10 slots in total.
Alright.
That'll make it a lot easier to carry more personas needed for confidants. And it'll help us, you know, rank up with people a lot faster instead of having to go back and forth through the Velvet Room. Sweet.
It's almost time.
Sunday. And yet there's still students walking into school for some reason.
You're Sai-san's younger sister, correct?
I'm guessing after school classes and whatnot. I mean, it makes sense that Miss Student Council President is here to, you know, wrap up any additional work. But all that aside, how do you do, Mr. High School Detective? What brings you to our school?
May I talk to you for a moment?
Is it about the Phantom Thieves, Akechi-kun?
You're quite perceptive. I was wondering if there were any points in common between Kamoshida's and Madarame's cases. There have been victims, after all. The Phantom Thieves need to be pursued.
You criticize the Phantom Thieves, yet you don't doubt their actual existence.
I mean, you can criticize someone and still believe they exist. They don't necessarily have to be opposites.
Oh, you saw that show on TV. Common sense can get in the way at times when pursuing the truth. Many details become logical if I think on the premise that they do exist.
Is this because my sister told you to do so?
It was just a coincidence.
Why do I get the feeling that you're enjoying this?
Most likely because he is. He's a detective pursuing Phantom Thieves. I mean, if I was in his space, I'd kinda be a little bit more excited about it.
You may be right.
Huh?
After all, every detective or police officer needs their rivals to pursue. Look at Batman and the Joker.
Phantom thieves that use calling cards and succeed in their crime. As the so-called charismatic detective, it'd be hard for me not to see them as my rivals.
There it is, right there.
You have such high self-esteem. So the Phantom Thieves are evil and you are just?
Compared to people who manipulate others' hearts as they see fit, I believe I'm on the side of justice.
Well, I mean, that's all you have to go off so far, the two cases. You don't know very much yet, Mr. Detective.
Besides, I'm only using my natural-born talents for the sake of serving the world.
Oh god, he is just here to bolster his own freaking inflated ego. His self-esteem is the only thing he has going for him, really.
Don't you think the same about yourself, too?
Come on, Mako, don't give in to his words.
Oh, that's surprising. So, you're just the good girl type of pushover.
Damn, Akechi, what's with the hostility, dude? Like, that just completely came out of nowhere. What the frick? The hell's your problem?
Looks like it's starting soon. See you later. Give Sai-san my regards.
I mean, for a detective, you don't seem very keen on, making too many allies for yourself as opposed to freaking enemies.
Why does everyone get on my case?
Man, all I can really do is kind of feel bad for her.
It's such a delight to enjoy coffee of this quality.
You could stay until you find a place, you know. I can't promise it'd be comfortable here, though.
Thank you, but I'll return to the dorms. I realized something after talking with everyone last night. Perhaps it's due to my upbringing, but I don't know anything of the world, let alone other people. If I'm to depict people in my art, I need to learn more about them. I must interact with them more.
That's a pretty smart tactic for any artist, creator, or writer of any kind. You want to, include, people in their thought process, include, the basic personalities of people in your work. You have to, learn more about them. You have to, actually do your research. So that's a pretty good way of looking at it. Plus, it might help you out as a thief to, understand people a little bit more, as well as a person, but I like your way of thinking, Yusuke. Good for you.
I'll return to the dorms and start over by talking with the people closest to me.
I see. Good on you for realizing that yourself.
There's no need to exaggerate. May I come again sometime to enjoy your coffee?
My doors are always open.
He's been through a lot too, from what I've heard. Are you related to him?
Nah. I think, like he said, he knows this guy who was friends of Ren's parents, so along that convoluted line, he kind of ended up in his custody.
Huh? Oh, how would I describe it? We're just acquaintances, not family or anything.
I may be overstepping my bounds, but why did you decide to take him in?
My reason, huh?
Yeah, I mean, aside from the money, of course. He was already paid for taking him in.
Probably because he reminds me of my old self.
That's a pretty solid reason right there. Empathy is the strongest reason for anybody to do anything.
That's all?
Or I guess sympathy, I suppose. Sympathy and empathy, they kind of go hand in hand with each other, aside from, not meaning the same thing. But it's that sort of understanding, the simplest understanding that'll make you, want to help someone out.
You know how it is. Sympathy makes you do stupid things sometimes.
And that's a basic understanding right there.
Your art instructor, former art instructor, he must have felt something for you too, besides just stealing your talents.
Truth be told, I cannot hate him from the depths of my heart either. I should probably get going.
Hey, you sure about this? The painting, I mean. It'd be a waste to keep here.
Oh hey, we get to keep the Sayuri here. Nice. Very nice.
Even if I kept it at the dorms, it'd only be met with skepticism. I doubt it would want that.
That's a good point. After all, everyone else has already seen the plagiarized version of it. Looking at this, it would draw a lot more attention than it's warranted.
Adding a hint of color to an otherwise ordinary day. I'm sure my mother would have done the same.
Looking at it from that perspective, Leblanc seems like the perfect place to keep this. So yeah, I'm actually glad that it's actually here.
I see. I'll hold on to it for you then.
It does add a bit more touch of color and personality to this place.
Thank you for the coffee. I'll come again.
See you, Yusuke. Hope things work out, buddy.
Hey!
You're finally awake. Where's Yusuke? He wasn't around when I woke up. He must be downstairs.
You up?
You're finally up. You know it's past noon. That kid ended up going back to his dorms. He left his painting before he took off, though, supposedly to thank us for taking care of him. That's awfully nice of him, to be honest. It's rare to see a kid acting so grateful these days. And this painting is amazing. Not only is the mother stunning, but the expression on her face. A gentle, warm smile. A sort of sincerity that this... You know, this kind of cushy cafe honestly kind of resonates with. Regulars will probably freak out when they see it in here. Still, I feel like I've seen it somewhere. It's a bit different from how I remember it though, and that'll probably be the thought process of all your regulars here too. After all, not that many people are talking about the Sayori or Madarame in, you know, weeks after that's already been taken care of. Or, no, it's just been a matter of days. And not that many people are interested in Madarame as, you know, beyond just being a case for the Phantom Thieves, so... I'm sure it won't cause too many problems keeping it here.
Hey.
Well, if you're up for today, go on and get dressed. I opened shop hours ago, so go take that cat out somewhere. Thank you again for letting me stay tonight. Apologies for leaving so quietly, but your rest seemed peaceful. After a great deal of inner struggle, I've decided to return to the dormitories. Furthermore, I've entrusted the Sayuri to your protector Sojiro. That painting should no longer exist in reality, but it is truly what my mother painted. I am simply satisfied that we were able to obtain it, and it was all because of you guys. I cannot thank you enough. P.S. I still believe pour is just the best way to end a hot pot. I'd have to try that out someday. Hopefully. Honestly, that was nice. It was kind of like a subtly sweet ending to Yusuke's character arc. Or, you know, his, you know, we'll just say like it was an ending to, you know, his story as a thus far. It was kind of a nice way to put a bow on things. Yo, I just checked the fan site. There's some kind of thread on there that looking for info about burglars using the Phantom Thieves name. Sounds pretty lame to me. Oh, I saw that too. They target restaurants, right? I actually found a really interesting post on there. My brother has suddenly started acting violent towards everyone. I might end up getting killed at this rate. Ooh, yeah, that sounds pretty serious. I wonder if it's because he got caught up with all those weird people in Shibuya. You think he means those burglars who, when he's talking about them weird people? Maybe too soon to assume that. The post said he started spending a bunch of money lately too. Isn't that kind of suspicious? I wonder how many burglar groups there even are in Shibuya. Damn, things are really starting to get serious. Yeah, we should probably look into that. Sooner the better. I thought you'd say that. Although, how exactly will we go about investigating? We'll go to Shibuya in the middle of the night and catch them all red-handed. That doesn't sound like a truly solid plan, if you ask me. No way, the police would totally nab us if we were out that late. Plus, it would be bad for the chief if the chief knew you were out in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'd imagine he'd have questions. If they target restaurants... Aha! What if we drew them to Leblanc? Also a bad idea. Because, remember, like, imagine if Sojiro were to get pissed if we just let people ransack his restaurant for reasons we can't tell him. We'd get kicked out for sure. What? There's no way. Who would go after a shop like this? I mean that, and also, I don't want to get kicked out. Wouldn't it cause a lot of trouble for boss? Leblanc targeted. It seems like a viable plan to me. No, it's a horrible idea. Yep. I mean, you get kicked out of Leblanc if we failed. Oh, I suppose I left the Sayuri there as well. I'd forgotten. Dude, you left this place and the Sayuri along with it not too long ago. How could you forget something like that? How'd you forget something that important? Either way, I don't really want more thieves to be posing as us in the future. I wish there was some way we could make an example of these ones. At the moment, our lack of info means we'll just have to wait. We could continue searching for more information whenever possible though. Or wherever possible though. Yeah. I'm gonna try looking for stuff too. Alright. And since it is Sunday, let's take a look at the TV.
Oh!
Oh, we can't. Alright, I guess we just have to look at the TV downstairs then. Oh, it's the home shopping channel not on today?
For real?
Huh. Strange. Alright. So, we got a post about the burglar. And Takumi wants to hang out. I think we have her at rank 5 right now. Yeah, rank 5 for the back alley doctor. So this is probably going to be rank 6. For now... let's head to the underground walkway. We can already see Yusuke's here.
Hello?
Ren, the station is always full of people. It serves as the perfect spot for people watching. By the way, do you have any business here? Nothing in particular.
I see.
Well, I'll be here for a while, for quite a while longer. Please let me know if anything important arises. Alright, drink stand. Welcome. Would you like some fresh fruit juice?
What do you want?
We have some Aljuro for sale. Seafood Aljuro. Rich with omega-3 fatty acids to increase your knowledge. Okay? Alright. Chug, chug, chug.
Nice!
Good job. I was watching you try so hard. And that's 1 point for knowledge. Okay. So, what do we want to do today? We could see if we can start up anything with Yusuke.
Hello?
Came to see you. Must have a wealth of free time if that's your decision. After what happened with Madarame, I have come to realize the two-faced complex nature of mankind. People are difficult to handle. It makes for an interesting theme. It's why I intend on people watching here for quite some time. Please contact me if anything. Alright, guess we can't contact him or, do anything with him quite yet. Alright, so what I'm thinking is... we can work at the convenience store to increase our charm. But again, for right now, I think we're gonna do a bunch of confidants, starting with Talk to Me. Oh wait, do I even have a persona for her? I have a death arc. I have death persona, so
I can feel it.
we can talk to her and increase our rank with her. A patient asked me if I had a recommendation for a pair of reading glasses, but I'm not an optometrist. Oh, is it because I have an eye test chart on the wall? You came because you saw my messages, right? Let's do a clinical trial. I've been really busy lately with all my patients, but what the heck? Oh, everything's set up already. Feel like I can become closer with Takumi due to the Death Arcana Nue. Feel like my bond with Takumi will grow stronger soon. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, that old lady from earlier forgot something. I wonder if she's still outside. Thank you, dear. This is my favorite handkerchief.
Uh-huh.
It was right in front of me, so... Oh my, you're a shy one, aren't you? I'm not shy. Yeah, sure, you're not. My neighbor speaks highly of you. She says your medicines are better than those at the big hospitals. It's very reassuring to have such a distinguished doctor right here in town. I'll see you again soon. What the heck? Well, someone's been popular. Thanks to you. There's a lot of talk going around town about me. It started by that girl and her father. Apparently, they've been telling everyone that I can make all these amazing medicines and remedies. So now the number of patients I'm seeing has increased dramatically. I don't know what some of these people are thinking though. I've had a lot of crazy requests. Like yesterday, a patient requested a sweet-smelling compress. And the other day, I've had a request for a cold buster. Ha! A drug like that deserves a Nobel Prize. Other requests have included hair and skin tonics. I've even had to do a consultation about a cat. Sheesh. It's not like I'm some kind of genius doctor. Well, all joking aside, you are kind of a genius. You do seem to know your stuff, regardless of what you say to, deny it. No. This is all interfering with my development. I'm only interested in completing my new drug. Still, like, a bit of extra funding coming in from the patients you see from day to day. Can't all be too bad, right? That's my role is to play. I'm not suited for all this other stuff. If I'm being honest, you're not entirely being honest with yourself, are you? Quiet, you. Have I struck a nerve? Did I hit the nail on the head? But a town doctor, huh? A sort of lifestyle position might have been possible for me at one time, but now... Oh yeah, about those clinical trials. With so many new patients, it's taking longer to analyze the data, so I'll need to catch up. This is a bit on the stronger side, but I'm sure you'll be okay. Alright, I feel like my bond with Takumi is growing even deeper. Alright, well that was That was a short event to have to go through, but we got our rank up to level 6.
All right.
Oh,
It looks like that girl is going to make a full recovery. The treatment seems to be a good match for her, so at least I can breathe a little easier for now. Hopefully, she'll be able to attend school soon.
what?
What are you so happy about? Are you excited for your next clinical trial? Well, I mean, not exactly, but I mean, it increases my guts level, so anything I can do to help? Well then, let's have some fun. Oh boy. I feel like cooperating in that shady clinical trial has increased my guts. 1 point to the guts level.
Bye.
Okay, thanks for your hard work. That's my little guinea pig after the catch-up drug. I know it was probably a lot to handle, considering I doubled the dosage and half the activation time. But we're so close. We're right at the end of all this. I can feel it. I'll need you to stick around just a little bit longer. I hope you can handle it. You can count on me, Doc. Well, aren't you the little go-getter? If you're that excited about it, maybe I'll just give you a dose of everything and see how you hold up. Well, I've got some catching up to do. I have to process today's data as quickly as possible. Make sure to call if you ever feel sick, okay? Take care. Alright, that's the day gone and the evening started.
Ah, you're back.
So, what do you want to do about our next big target? Well, that's sudden. Well, after what that guy said, sitting around doing nothing just pisses me off. You're talking about a Ketchikun, right? I know how you feel. Ah, that high school detective. He'd have to shut up if we changed another person's heart. Perhaps. Or it might just add more fuel to his fire and he'd have something else to talk about. Definitely. But he did mention that the police are starting to mobilize. Either way, I don't think we should leave a Ketchikun be. This is the perfect time to meet and discuss what our strategy should be going forward. Let us gather at the hideout tomorrow. Alright. The darts place. You know, the darts place.
What do you want to do?
Let's play darts later. For now, though.
For real?
I think if we...
Oh!
Can we take a look at the TV if there's a way we can... I could have sworn there was a way for us to, you know, take a look at some shopping, but... Let's take a look around some shops and see what we can... Ooh, retro game set. Gaming console set that includes a game. They're both considerably old. Let's buy it. Alright, we have plenty of stuff for, you know, gadgets and whatnot. Alright, this is the batting cages, and here we are, supermarket. Let's see what we can grab. Oh, right, we can only talk to them during the day. Okay. Actually, today we should head to Station Square and talk to that politician. We can already start up his confidant if we can.
Welcome!
Alright, 10 consecutive members for a year-round mammoth lottery. Well, it doesn't seem to be very much. We might as well buy one. Thank you for your purchase. The result will be announced in a week, on the 19th. Please look forward to it. Okay? Alright, every Sunday this guy shows up. So,
Everyone!
many of you suffer greatly from this distorted world of disparity. Please know that you can direct your criticism and outrage at me. I, Torinosuke Yoshida, will someday find a way to address your concerns in Nakatisho. You're listening quite attentively. Are you interested in politics? Are you a student? I'm delighted to captivate the interest of someone your age. Have I seen you somewhere before? Oh, you were working at the beef bowl shop before. You have a lot of perseverance for a young person.
If you'd like.
Well, if you're interested, I could use your help. I want to change the state of this country, and to do so, I need the power of the youth. However, due to certain regulations, I can't offer a job to a student. I was thinking you could learn some things if you choose to attend a few of my speeches, though. Oh, I'd be glad to. Sounds like a grand experience. Really? That would be helpful indeed. Well then, would you mind telling me your name and contact information? You're a student from Shujin Academy, It's nice to meet you. I am Torinosuke Yoshida. I used to be a member of the Diet, but no longer. In the past 20 years, I've lost 7 straight elections. This isn't good. I'm dwelling on the negative right before my speech.
Very well.
Well then, I hope I can count on your help immediately.
Everyone!
The lines of what is considered right and wrong in society today have been blurred. With common sense no longer our guide, we make decisions based on our selfish wants and desires. This has resulted in a deluge of self-centered people who delight in taking advantage of the weak.
However,
even in this modern day and age, it is imperative that we act in the best interests of all. A world where it is acceptable to trample on the rights of others for their own benefit. A world where the young exist only to be exploited. Is a world that must be changed. Well, I just kind of ruined the tone of that speech, or the momentum it was going in. I'm sorry, I'm bad at words. Easy for him to say. Old-timers like me have our times full taking care of ourselves. He's actually making some good points, but he's a no-name. He probably won't get too far. Nothing's going to change. We'll just keep getting exploited. What's this wannabe politician blathering about now? He isn't even affiliated with a party. I mean, do you have to be? How about you just leave matters of state in the capable hands of the liberal Coast Prosperity Party? You mustn't base your decisions on whom to support merely according to the party they belong to. Oh, just shut up already. You're just a washed-up politician. If I am chosen to represent the will of the people, then I am fully prepared to, in the best interest of all, save the blathering for when you get elected. If you get elected.
thank you.
That is all for today. Well, what did you think of my speech? Well, the ongoing heckling was a problem. Oh, don't worry about that. Such as I am, I'd like to believe that I'm capable of giving a moving speech. Oh, yeah, it is. You do have a way with words, I'll give you that much. It'll probably take a while for all the negative press to go away, though. However, there are times, like today, when the audience has a difference of opinion on a topic. some feel I should concentrate on getting elected before I worry about others. Do you agree? Well, no matter what they say, you do have very strong, passionate beliefs. I can feel that. So, no matter what, you have my support.
Thank you.
It's encouraging to know that my message has won you over. Besides, I've grown quite accustomed to those types of reactions.
No.
Although, I don't know if that is necessarily a good thing. Regardless, no matter what they say, I must continue on. I think I can learn a lot by listening to Yoshida's speeches.
Well then, I shall see you again soon.
Perhaps I'll ask for your impressions again sometime. Alright, moving on to the next day.
Hi.
Fancy seeing you here. I could say the same to you. Alright, I guess Shujin was in this direction too. Still, I wouldn't have expected to run into you at this time. Perhaps it really is fate. How are you doing? All things considered, I'm doing rather well. Haha, relax as always, I see. I've been getting interviewed a lot lately, so I've been wondering how to answer such questions. I see now that there's no need to be so roundabout with my responses. Talking to you helps me realize many things. If it isn't too much trouble, may I speak with you again sometime? Hey, I heard from one of my upperclassmen, but apparently there's some kind of weirdo in Kichijoji. Even at a glance, you can supposedly tell right away that he's bad news. You live there, don't you? Are you okay? Oh, you mean the man in Harmony Alley? My parents were talking about him too. Doesn't he just make you wonder? I'm thinking I might try looking for him someday. Or today. What? Don't do that! Besides, I hear he hides his face. Who knows what he'll do to you if he sees you? You're gonna end up in a ditch somewhere, I just know it. Did I say Kichijoji? Did we ever see someone like that? This sounds like a rumor though, so who knows how much of it you actually can believe. What do you think, Ren? I, for one, am quite curious.
Right.
Yeah. If on the off chance he really is a bad guy, we should do something about it. For now, we can just check it out whenever we have time.
How tragic.
Before I realized it, we're halfway through June. It's the only month of the year with no holidays, and it's filled with rain. Truly a season of hell. I mean, June is... Pride Month is a thing, right? So, that's practically a holiday. A month-long holiday. I'm exaggerating, you say. You're all so ignorant. After all, what's falling from the sky is acid rain that can melt metal. Oh, right, this topic. Oh, right. I remember from the, OG Persona 5, this topic got a little bit ridiculous. Amamiya-kun, let's test your knowledge and imagination.
Give it a try.
After washing your hair with dissolved copper, your hair changes. What color do you think it turns? Red.
No.
I'm afraid that's incorrect. Crap. Okay, so obviously the answer would have to be green.
This is it. That's it.
That is correct. By the way, magnesium turns your hair white, and rust will turn your hair red. However, acid rain can't melt gold or silver. If you want to dye your hair gold, use bronze coins. Thinking you could save money by skipping a visit to the hair salon? Perhaps you still don't understand the horror of acid rain. Hey, did you get that question? I wasn't even close. Maybe he actually is smart. I'm kind of surprised. Oh shoot, the teacher's glaring at us.
Nice going!
Wow, you must be really smart to be able to answer a question like that. Thank you, time travel. London once had acid. Yep, this is the crazy part. London once had acid rain on the level of stomach acid. More than 4,000 people have died. This has to be like a fake thing, right? Because that would have been on the news. That would have been freaking reported in history, like English history and whatnot. Not like English as in American, English as in like UK and whatnot. Like there's no way, right? Because 4,000 people that's not even a small number considering the vast population of like the freaking planet Earth. 4,000 people is still considerably a lot of people. Perhaps one day such an deathly rain will fall on Japan. My heart too is overcast, just like the rain that falls on the city. Ah, rain! I'm tired of thinking of witty comments. Yeah, there's nothing witty you can say about freaking acid rain. Anyways.
Oh good, you haven't gone home yet.
Alright. Well, before we confront Kawakami about something or whatever she wants to talk to us about, I think today might be a good time for, to end the episode on the cliffhanger. We've gotten a few things done. We've tapped into a little bit of our dark backstory and how we became the elusive phantom thief slash vigilante group we are today. And we kind of bonded over that. And we're starting a few confidants here and there. Overall, I say we've done a bit more plot as like the last couple of episodes or so. So I'm kind of feeling confident ending it here. And we will pick up on what Kawakami wants to talk to us about in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, consider donating using the link in the description of this video. All of it is completely optional. However, it does help the channel grow a little bit more and helps me keep making or producing content for this channel and for you guys. I really enjoy playing through this game, so any amount of support you can give really does a lot for me. Anyways, I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good day. This is SNK8, signing out.
You all about this. It'd be bad if we're put under police surveillance.
There is someone whose heart I'd like you to change.
Mafia!
Finding the specifics may be difficult.
That's where you want us to start?